How are you holding up, Princess? She smiles, although I swear I detect a hint of sadness. All right, I guess. Worried I'm going to get fired, and then feeling guilty for thinking about something like that right now. There's so many other things that need our attention. Of course. Between Wren getting kidnapped and our trip to Florida, she's had to take a lot of unexpected days off. From what I can tell, she's not particularly attached to the coffee shop, but it's still her job. I'd be worried about getting fired too, except she doesn't need to work if she doesn't want to. Most of our money is Elle's, I tell her. If you feel like you have to contribute financially, you don't have to. None of us really do. It's mostly stocks and investments and complicated shit like that. And you know we'll take care of you, right? She chews on her lip before her gaze flicks away.
Being overwhelmed is something I'm familiar with. In fact, it's how I managed to get through high school without exploding. Extra credit here, student government there, free time, fill that with another class, another club, another project, another tutoring job. If I had too much on my plate, there was no room in my head to process my parents' self-inflicted misery. Rhett and all became a much-needed distraction and support system in my teens. But when I was without them, I buried myself in as many anythings as I could. And then Sammy died, and the three of us threw ourselves into finding her killer. We barely let ourselves come up for air. Hell, years later, we still struggle with letting ourselves rest. Which I suppose is why Rhett looks like absolute shit.
At this point, my breathing exercises are useless. With every inhale, my lungs burn with a hatred so overwhelming I can hardly bear it. My hands began shaking the moment I finished listening to Andrew and Ludo's conversation, and they haven't stopped all day. Not when I try to distract myself by planning with Elle, not when Wren makes me eat lunch, not when Oliver comes to me with ideas for our secret project. There's a certain safety that comes with being home. I don't have to focus on a job or my surroundings, which gives me the mental space to process, or in this case, the space to let the anger inside of me swell until my chest feels like it's about to burst. How could he do that to Mom? To us?
Rhett's hands aren't shaking. Is it because he's gripping the steering wheel so tightly that they can't shake? Maybe. His jaw is set and his posture is perfect, like he's a child being inspected by a judgmental, nitpicky aunt. When I reach across the console and place my hand on his thigh, he winces. I immediately pull away. I'm sorry, he says quietly. Somehow, he grasps the steering wheel even tighter. It's not you. I figured as much, but the clarification still helps me breathe easier. As he makes a left turn, I sneak a better glance at him. He may not be able to sleep, but he looks so worn down. My first instinct is to give him some type of comfort, but I don't know what to do since he can't handle being touched right now.